Not only is the content of your speech important, but so is how you deliver it. So let's chat. First things first, you have to talk about your nonverbal skills. So what does it look like when you're standing up in front of an audience giving a speech? So nonverbals are going to be based on your body language. Speaking, you have more of a conversation quality behind it. So it sounds spontaneous no matter how often you've rehearsed it. Because you guys have learned that if you've rehearsed it too many times, you go back to sounding like a robot. But if you haven't practiced it enough, then it sounds unprepared and you don't sound as credible in your speaking. So a couple things that you want to take note of through the speaker's voice when either listening to someone's speech or preparing for your own speeches is going to first be your volume. How loud are you speaking? Are you up here speaking quiet as a mouse to where people in the back of the room can't hear you? Or are you speaking so loud that the people in the front row are plugging their ears? Whether it's a dog or a cat, or maybe it's Alex and his snakes. You get a little bit of a different pitch going on when you talk to your animals. Next up is the rate in which you speak. And your rate is going to be that speed or the pacing that you have. So you guys have learned, I tend to talk a little bit faster. I know, work in progress, but you also don't want to be too fast and you don't want to be too slow to where people can't follow along with what you're saying. Have a little bit of variety in how fast you're going. Cat in the Hat.
Joseph. I mean, I'm sick, but did Chance just...
Chance, you too! All right, team player, let's go. Okay, but remember, as you're reading through it, if you're the narrator, you have to have your narrator voice on.
The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day.
Now, have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the cat in the hat. Why, we can have lots of good fun if you wish, with a game that I call Up, Up with a Fish.
Let's do
Double. I can't spell.
this one. All right, so you guys are going to tell me which step up in Rose motivated sequence is being used. Not the number, the name of the step.
Number 4.
Oh, Devontae, come on now.
I'm sorry.
So please make the decision to become an organ donor today by going to the DMV and becoming a registered
I saw her writing and I came up.
All right, give us 3/4 of it.
Finish your answers, write them on the board. You're getting a point if you get it right. Go do. They want you to become an organ donor, so they're telling you, go to the DMV, and when you redo your license, I don't know if you can do it beforehand, but sign up to become an organ donor that day. All right, so what's our topic? Why WSU is a good school?
Yeah. We still do that?
Yeah, you can do the war song, you can do rip them up, tear them up. So things for basketball, anything that's going to catch our attention. Maybe you're going to give a personal testimony about an experience that you've had at WSU that's really been great. You can talk about statistics. Numbers are kind of boring sometimes, but they can catch your attention. How many students come to WSU every year? What do the graduation rates look like? How many majors are offered? A variety. So we have our stories, our stats. And what's our credibility?
We go here.
We go here. We experience WSU. But what else have we done?
Research.
We've done some research on it.
No one is the name we can talk about later. Like we
All right, 1 more minute to become
Anyone think of anything funny? The V8 speech was
Big words.
Yeah.
Is that new today?
All right, let's go.
Okay, so this semester we learned how to be adult speakers by reading The Cat in the Hat.
But at the beginning of this semester, I was a really, really shy person. English wasn't my native language. Chinese it was. But now, yeah, throughout this class, I really boost my confidence in front of everybody. Yeah, because like you guys feel like a family to me.
Here, and I'll pass them out. If you don't care and you just want to see your grade on Blackboard, then you're free to go then. But one last thing. I just want to say I really enjoyed having you guys in class this semester. I hope if you took away anything from this class, just the confidence to be able to stand in front of a group, even if it's just your classroom, and feel comfortable and confident in what you're saying and how you're speaking. You know, I don't care if you remember anything from any of my PowerPoints, but just you leave this class feeling a little bit more confident in yourself. That's the biggest thing I can hope for. Reminder, Shocker Speak Out is tomorrow. Come cheer on Tyler because he's going to make it to our final round. Yeah. Tony. Devontae. Trey is gone. Other Kylie. Dawn Marie. This is what color theory is going to be all about. So we'll talk about the color wheel, what warm and cool colors are, primary, complementary colors, and how we mix those colors into different color schemes. All right, so do you guys remember what are primary colors?
Red, yellow, blue.
Red, yellow, and blue. Yeah, so colors that can't be mixed with any other colors to create. So in your crayon bags, find red, yellow, and blue, and you can fill those in. Okay? So to get green, you would mix blue and yellow, orange, red, and yellow, purple, blue, and red. The secondary colors are colors that can be created using two primary colors. And split complementary, so we'll break them down. First up is monochromatic. If you remember from English class, mono means one. So monochromatic color schemes use one color and have a variety of tints and a variety of shades. So tints are when you add white to your solid color, and shades are when you add black. Different values of blue. So they have more of a salt, like pure blue, and then they use a lighter blue and a little bit of a darker blue. This Old Navy ad does the same thing. It has a couple different types of blue. And this is an example from an old Flint Hills magazine that uses orange, but then uses different shades and tints to complement the photo. Next up we have a